I have a Nintendo Switch, so how am I playing MLB The Show 23, one of the PlayStation's greatest franchises? Turns out that it's possible to play a Sony game on the Nintendo Switch. That's almost like playing a Metroid game on the PlayStation 5. That's inconceivable. Cats and dogs living together. Well, I was playing Sonic Frontiers on a PlayStation 4 earlier, so Sonic Frontiers is also a Nintendo Switch game. So I guess miracles are possible. I'm pretty sure that. I mean, there's some Xbox games on this console too, aren't there? That's actually a good question. I mean, I don't think we got Fallout 4 on the Nintendo Switch. Shame. That's not. Well, that was before all this went down. But I mean, obviously, I got to play Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch, so there is that. But this is a game that's always been a Sony joint. It's one of my favorite games on the. Well, we'll do simulation. It's one of my favorite games on the PlayStation Portable and the PlayStation 2. The what is it? The versions I played on this channel I loved a lot, but those were PlayStation 2 and very early PlayStation 3 games. I have not played this game in like a decade. So I'm curious what changed. The problem is that this cartridge requires a download. I'm playing off the cartridge, but because I did not download anything, I'm not allowed to engage with any of the content that's included here, which is a slight problem because it means obviously in order to play this game without going online to download vital content, you're stuck playing this exhibition mode. It's a friendly. I want to say NBA 2K has a similar situation where you're allowed to play this while the game is downloading, I guess. But this is all you can do. There are no other options that are available to you unless you have access to the downloaded content. That's not included on this cartridge. So what we'll do here is we'll just sample a bit of what I can play here on the Nintendo Switch. I'm a huge fan because I'm a huge fan of these games. But there's no like again, there's no like pitch simulated pitching. There's no simulated game for pitchers. You can't like do automatic fielding apparently. That's kind of weird. Yeah, like what am I missing here? I'm playing as Houston. Not because I'm a dirty cheat, but because your boy does come from Houston. That's not what I was looking for. Yeah, it's curious I don't have the option to just turn on automatic fielding because you can do that in all the other games. Gameplay styles, so yeah, sure. Authentic experience, true to player and team settings. Precise controller inputs matter the most here. Ugh. Competitive, huh? Well, hey, so fewer, yeah, I guess fewer, less assistance, I suppose. Uh, Hitting difficulty. Starts at beginner and progresses based on success. Now that's hilarious. Hall of Fame, legend, beginner, dynamic start to beginner. Okay, that might be interesting. Tutorial tips, I guess we'll keep those on. Auto fielding on. There we go. Auto throwing, sure. Auto base. We'll just make everything auto because I just want to pitch, if I'm being honest. Infielders immediately jump when needed on hard hit balls. Okay. That's cool. I don't remember seeing that before. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I was playing this game for about an hour before recording this video about a week ago. Empire accurate. Huh? Each umpire's personality to affect strike. That's the kind of game this is. This ultimately became like the Uber, baseball simulation game. I mean, I don't think anyone else even bothered to make a baseball game other than like, the cartoony, arcade art baseball games like Super Mega Baseball. I have a demo for on this console on this Nintendo Switch. I'll play a bit of that later, maybe around, the World Series. We'll play some of that. But let's see what we got. Pitching interface. We have a meter for general location. The B button influence. We'll try the different pitching interfaces just for funsies. Meter, classic. Again, I love having. Ugh, pure analog sounds terrible. I love having all these different options. Honestly, a meter is what I'm used to from the PlayStation Portable games. I want to say that when this game originally came out in the PlayStation 1, it was mainly about mashing the button to get more speed on your pitches, that kind of thing. Or more curve on your curve. More movement on your curve, basically, as I recall. Pitching ball marker, chevron, chevron fade. Line goes from pitcher's release point to final intended pitch. Oh, that's cool. That might be interesting to see. But again, it's these hand-holdy bits that you can turn on or off that I'm a huge fan of. Player lock, throwing interface, base run, you already did that. Analog select, button select. That sounds like a better idea. We're not even going to do that. Swing input, normal swing, contact, and power. Analog, ugh, sounds terrible. Analog stride. That's like a Wii motion control. Screw that. We might do that later. Hitting interface. Timing based. You just press the button. Zone, allowing for precise control over hitting by using. Okay, so that's zone based. Directional based. It's timing based. Small amount of swing direction. Huh. Intriguing, actually. Can I skip? The other question is, can I skip? Can I skip innings? That would be amazing. Guess the pitch. Each style of guess pitch uses different feedback bonuses. So no feedback has the highest bonuses, while classic has the smallest. I don't know what PCI means. Quadrant sounds interesting. Classic. No feedback. Okay. That's amazing, actually. A lot of stuff to add to this. I am very impressed by the level of fine tuning the game lets you do. Again, but this is just a friendly. So this is basically like a demo until you download the rest of the game. So I'm just gonna pitch. I might switch teams just so I can practice my pitching because I don't want to hit. This is just gonna be a pitching test if I'm being honest. Pitcher analysis. Yeah, it's cute. So yeah, I just want to do some pitching tests. I'm a huge fan of crap like this. I should have changed the view. Presentation, no audio, video, no. Cameras. I'm pitching. So you can do a TV presentation, or you can do something more reasonable like this. I like to get close. Offset zoom sounds cool because it's close to the batter, which is yeah, like that. Strike zone. That sounds amazing. Strike zone high, strike zone offset. So yeah, strike zone sounds like the way to go. Like in the Genesis games, those World Series baseball games. So we'll worry about that later. So we'll apply those changes and let's get to pitching. There we go. See, I like this. Gives you a bit more control over your pitches. Though the text is really small on this laptop that I'm recording with. View shift. Oh, so you press the right stick to see the fielders. I don't know what any of those symbols mean, but we'll worry about that later. That's kind of cool. See, lots of good stuff. So we're facing someone who's actually pretty good. You can see the strike zone. You can sort of see the red overlay. So we're going to avoid that crap. Let's hit him with a fastball. There we go. So you can see the trail. Press the right button. Press it again. Then again, whoops. So you have to press the button 3 times, like a golf swing. Let's try that fastball here. Right. Right. Yeah, we're way late on that. So I have to work on my timing. Fastball. Right. R. R. Yeah, so you got to work on your timing because it's like a slingshot. So when that meter goes all the way forward again, it's like a slingshot. So that's the part of the timing you have to practice. Right. Right. Yeah. So it's very hard to pinpoint, but it adds a bit of strategery to the pitches you throw because not every pitch is going to be a guaranteed strike. The pitches don't always go where you want them to go, and that's important. Wow, is that? Yeah, got him looking. Right on the line, son. Eat it, Schwarber. Trey Turner, former Nat. Traitor. Let's go right down the middle. What could possibly go wrong? Got him. Got him swinging. Let's hit him with it. I'm trying to see the little blue icon around each letter on the right side of the screen. I want to say that's the confidence in the pitch. So I want to increase my confidence in these pitches. Right? I put the Y button, so I press Y. And that's a foul. We're going. Oh, we're heading the count 0-2. So that means we can kind of muck them up a little bit. And let's go high and outside. R, R, R. I can let a little off. Whoops. I can let off the pitch a little bit because I'm ahead in the count. Pop up. 3 pitches, 1 out. That's the way I like to do it. See, I don't like to work the count that much. I prefer to throw strikes if I can. Ugh, this is not going to go well. Okay. Fastball down the middle. What could possibly go wrong? That was a strike in his hot zone, by the way. Try a sinker. Let it go out a bit. B, B. Wrong. Yeah, that was definitely a ball. That was really late. Cut fastball. See if we can hit his wrist. X, X. Took a little off. Wow, he swung at it. That was way inside. He swung at it. Let's try a sinker to get him out. We'll dump it on the ground. B. Take a little off it. B. That was early, so a tie, but it's a foul. That was an early release, so it was going to drift a little bit upward. My fastball looks good. Let's keep it high. R. R. He swung high! Look at that! That was an early release. Yeah, that was an early release, so he swung high on that one. Still one of the most satisfying things you can do in any video game is throw a fastball in this game. It's really amazing. Like any sports game, one of the most satisfying things I've ever done is like just throw a fastball, throw a guy out swinging in MLB The Show 08. Still one of the best baseball games I've ever played. And for people who don't like sports video games, I mean, you can play it as a turn-based strategy game if you want. Like I think you can adjust the sliders here so that the pitches are basically just like commands in a turn-based RPG, which I could probably do eventually. I'll try to explain. I'll probably play a game like that a bit later on this channel. Maybe in time for the World Series, who can say? But the idea is, yeah, it'd be cute if I could play this game like a turn-based RPG with stats, because that's how a lot of these games kind of play out. This is, in a lot of ways, this is an action RPG. Let's see, dynamic difficulty updates. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Well, I can switch pitchers. Because like I said, I want to hit. At least not right now, anyway. Straight up normal. That's how we do, I guess. So where are the settings? Controls? Not those controls. Can I change them, I guess is the question. Yeah, let me check on one other thing. Yeah, it's not showing what I thought. I thought it was going to give me the option to switch teams, but I can't switch teams now. That would be absurd, right? It'd be cute. So what camera do we want? Because we're hitting now. Yeah, retro? Yeah, that makes sense. It's how the game used to look. A custom view, which would be amazing. Yeah, strike zone view. Yeah, strike zone view like in the Genesis game. Okay, so we can do that. So contact is B, right? We'll take the first pitch. We don't give a crap. And where's my strike zone? ZR. Too late. Foul. Not going to try and guess the pitch. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's really low. So I might need to adjust the camera so that's easier for me to see. I'm not trying to get a hit if I'm being honest. Let's see. Settings. Again, I want to say in the old MLB The Show games, you could adjust the color of your hot zones and your cold zones so that it doesn't fade away. But again, it's challenge. The idea is you're supposed to memorize your strike zone when the batter first shows up. Again, the idea is so in other words, it's an aid. It's a visual aid. If you want to keep it on the screen at all times, I think you can, or you can just remove it entirely and just make it a guessing game. But if you know what you're doing, you can play. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, turn off all the handholdy bits and play the game straight, like an old school baseball game. How am I doing this? Yeah, just that camera. Because that strike zone was way low. Can we do offset? Maybe? Lots of options in this game. ZR. Too late. So I have to press ZR to guess the pitch. Take the first pitch. Alright, ZR. I did a circle change. What does PCI anchor mean? I'm trying to guess the location. Uh, Maybe. Guess inside. Wow. How about curve? Low and outside. The opposite. Good hit though. Can of corn. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Jeremy Pena is out, second baseman. Okay, so who's up? Speaking of traders who now play for the other team, where's Bryce? Is he in right field again? Strike down the middle. Yeah, I kind of like this. I kind of like this particular view. Let's try a fastball, low and outside. Will the game tell me? Probably not. And that's a foul. Hit for power. Just keep it inside the field of play occasionally. Slider. Low and inside. Opposite. Still hit it too early. Yeah, still hit it too early. Let's try a four seamer, low and outside. He threw it outside. It was low and out. I aimed for low and outside, and he threw it down the middle. Apparently, he's tried another fastball, low and outside. Too early again. I'm playing with a USB dongle, so it's adding a bit of input latency. I'm not sure how meaningful that is. Yeah, low and outside again, fastball. Not good enough. Yeah. So I was doing the whole what's his name, Jason Worth thing, former Philly. Joined the good guys. Yeah, like Nats fans know that they know that at bat where he somehow managed to foul off like 7 or 8 balls and then got one to hit and won the game. That was back when the Nats were losing pretty consistently in the postseason. So the fact that they were actually able to stay alive, still one of the greatest at bats in Nats history. I think Juan Soto might have had the best. A lot of movement on that one. That was somehow a ball. Let's improve the confidence in our curve. B. B. We want to improve confidence in all of our pitches. Wow, that's not very confident. Let's try, like I said, let's try and improve confidence. B. 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 Whoop. Wow, 3 balls. Can't hold them. Let's try an early release instead, like that. See? Probably don't want to let it just dangle out there like that. Real Muto might bomb it. Sinker. B. 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 Early release, but it's a strike. Wait, what? Oh, get out of here. That was way in. Come on. Garbage. Where's the ump? Yeah, let me replay that. Yeah, get out of here with that nonsense. Look at that. First of all, can I zoom in? Well, how do I zoom in exactly? So I can't zoom in like with like the strike zone or anything. There's your zoom. Well, not that zoom in. So how low can the camera go? Can I put the camera lower? Apparently not. Can I focus on a player at least? Maybe not, but that's kind of lame. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was. Hold on. Like we're first of all I'm probably doing the dumb thing here. By actually see, look, that's right over the plate. That is right over the plate. Dude, that is over the plate. Seriously. Literally over the plate. Garbage. That's you have to turn off the umpire favoritism slider or whatever that was. Garbage, man. That was straight up. Okay, this guy, yeah, now Castellanos is gonna be a problem. So give him an early release. A. And there's someone on, and there's, yeah, well, he swung way high on that one. There's a guy on base, so my release is a lot faster. So keep that in mind. We got a sinker. So that meter goes a lot more quickly. Perfect placement on that. Yeah, perfect timing on that. But yeah, that's what I mean. Because it's a player on base, my that pitching animation is gonna be way quicker, which makes sense, obviously. Sinker inside. Yeah, that was definitely a ball. Cut fastball. Let's give him the good stuff. He's running. Yeah, it's a pop up. So we canceled that run. Yeah, he canceled that steal attempt. Get get bent. Wait, how many outs are there? Okay, so this guy's has a bunch of cold zones. So how many outs are there? Okay, so that was a double play because the doofus ran to second base on a foul. Idiot. So let's keep it. Let's use our weakest pitches and build their confidence. Early release on this A release. Yeah, nothing fancy. This guy's kind of lame. See? One pitch! One lazy pitch and he's out. That's the way your boy likes to do it. I love a whip of zero. Actually, no, we walked a guy, but I love throwing, yeah, 3 pitches, 3 outs. That's my favorite inning. ZR. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. 3 pitches, 3 outs. Let's see. A? No, let's try a fastball outside. Think I got something? Who's throwing it outside? I'll take that. Bregman gets a blooper. Nope. Another can of corn on the first pitch. Like I don't care really. I'm just gonna swing. Swing, bada 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 bada. Swing. That was also early as well, but yeah, bad guess. Fastball, low and outside maybe. Hit with a Y. Ah, too easy. Yep, too early. Fastball, low and inside. I think I guessed correctly on that one. Why? No, it wasn't. Still too early. Good contact though. Let's try a slider, low and inside. I did not guess correctly. I'm hitting it too early again. So I guess if I guess correctly, the meter will change color. Inside fastball. Yeah, that border, the strike zone will change color if I guess correctly, I guess. What? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Nah, it's just a can of corn. Yeah. Oh well. That's Bryce, isn't it? Yeah, where's Bryce? Where's Bryce Harper? Let's see. View batting order. Yeah, Bryce Harper, I guess, isn't playing. I thought Bryce Harper was still playing for the Phillies. What happened? No one. Let's see. So yeah, who do we have here? Team. So now I can select the team. Okay, that's cool. Let's go with the Phillies. Okay, so I can select the team. So I can switch teams. Okay, so I can practice that. So the question is, so now I'm wondering where player stats. Huh? Bryce Harper isn't here anymore. Well, it seems they made up for it by getting another Nat, by getting another former National, Trey Turner. All Star, right? With the Phillies, I think. Let's see, pitch type history. So I'm confident in all my pitches, apparently. Let's try a fastball high. Not too high, but high enough. Always a lefty. That's why the meter's in a different position. That was a high fastball. You threw it to a cold zone. Slider, low and outside. High down the middle is a cold zone for him as well. Whoop! He took it. Okay, let's try a circle change. R. Take a little off it. Early release. That's a good release. Okay, so we're up. We're heading the count. Let's try a sinker. Low and away. Can't just keep going low and away the whole time, though, but he's going to guess eventually. Got him! Eat it! Okay, like I said, I like pitching, so we'll do that. So we'll switch. So we'll pitch again. Okay. No hitter is on. Right? Okay, let's try. This guy's weak. Yeah, he's 280 hitter, though, but a bunch of cold zones. Let's just throw it anywhere we want. Take a little off it. Throw some lazy pitches. See if he makes contact. That is a ball. Wow. That was around the corner, dog. Early release on this one. Not too early. Yeah, out. Let's build confidence in our fastball, shall we? Early release. Okay, so now we got a strike. Like I said, we're just going to hit for contact. He probably can't get it in. Okay, not too late. Keep it somewhat early. That's way late. Okay, right. That's the right fastball. Take a little off it. Wow, that's a hit. Hit for contact, apparently. Curve toward the foul line. Props. Now these guys are weak, so we're throwing to the bottom of the line. So just throw a bunch of fast pitches. Take a little off it. You hit for contact. Hit for double plays if you can. I probably should have thrown it low, because if I threw it low, that would have been a ground ball. So you can try to force some ground balls against this pitcher coming up. Yeah, Brandon Marsh. Although, is he the pitcher? Yeah, throw some grounders for a double play. Yeah, we'll throw in some grounders. Sinker, that's a ground ball pitch, isn't it? Not this time. Huh. Oh well. 2 hits in the bottom of the order. Don't know what that was about. I guess I'm getting sloppy. 105 miles an hour. So now we got some actual good hitters, so be careful. Whoa, didn't take that one. That's a good strikeout pitch, though. Early release. Not good. Wow, that sunk, but I'll take it. Sinker. Let's challenge him. I'm gonna regret this, but no, that's can of corn. Why don't they show the number of outs on this screen? It's weird to leave that out. They show the pitch count, but they don't show the outs. Oh, there they are. They're 2 outs right there. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, above next to the 0-0, there are 2 outs. So there you go. Down the middle. Yeah, inside. Early if you have to. That was just late. That's a can of corn, I hope. Yeah, it is. Okay, we did it. Left 2 on. All right, so we'll switch teams. So yeah, this is a good game. but you have to download the rest of it. But yeah, being able to play a great baseball game on the Nintendo Switch, it's like the PlayStation Portable. It's like this is the dream. This is the reality of video games in the new era. You can play a great game, a cross-platform game on a portable console. That was way too early. Okay, this again. This guy's gonna be tough, so you have to throw him some good pitches. Early release if you need it. That was high and inside on a curve. Gonna chase this one down. He got it. All right. I love pitching in these games. I love pitching way more than hitting in these games. I was pretty good at hitting in the MLB The Show '08. I was playing as the Cardinals, and I was getting like everyone was hitting like 300 or better on my team. It was absurd. I guess I made the game too easy. Don't throw anything low. Early releases only. Yeah, don't throw anything low. That's just hot zone. So throw him some fastballs. Up. Sounds good. Got a lot of power on that one. Got it. Warning track power. Sorry, son. Not good enough. Chas McCormick. All right, so one more dude. Maldonado. Yeah, bottom of the lineup. Throwing some easy stuff. Take a little off it, you know. Keep it in the strike zone. Strikes only. Just throw it down the middle. Hit for contact if you have to. Yeah, not full power. Just like, early releases maybe. Just make sure it's in the strike zone. He's going to hit for contact and not get anywhere. That's what I say. Don't let him hit fouls. Just give him something simple down the middle. He'll ground out. Swung at that one. Swinging, dog. All right, so we'll end the video pretty soon, but you get the idea. In fact, I want to change the pitcher meter. Let me do that. Let me change that meter. Because I want to see what the options are before I end the video. Where's the pitching? Pitching style, right? CPU pitch, whatever. Wind. Yeah, wind is on. So where's the pitching options? Yeah, so they're changing the pitching difficulty. That's fine. No. Do I have to wait till the pitcher shows up? Yeah, give me a second. Wait till the pitcher actually shows up. Okay, now let's try it. Settings. Gameplay. Where's the pitching style? It's buried here somewhere. Oh, sorry, LR and LR. There we go. Press L, not ZL and ZR, but L and R. Pitching interface. You can do a meter, pinpoint. Ew, right stick? That sucks. Pulse. B input to deliver influence pitch. Pure analog. Classic. Let me see what the classic is. I want to say you have to mash on the B button. So sinker. Mash, 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 I guess. I don't know what that means. Like, what does classic mode do in this context? Yeah, it's not very helpful. Like, I don't know what that does. Yeah, I don't know what that does. I don't know what the classic pitching interface is. Is it just like you press the button, you can't influence it at all? It just throws it in a random location? What about pulse? Yeah, I think it's like a meter. It's like a QTE meter or something like that. Whoops, wrong button. Where's pulse? You try to hit the minus button on this controller and you accidentally hit the left stick. It's a Switch problem, unfortunately. The Joy-Con's kind of weird. Okay, so how does this work? B. There's your pulse. Okay, that's cute. That was bad. It's gonna sink. Okay. So that's kind of cute. The meter, I think, gives a bit more. Yes, the meter determines how much range there is. Like, what's the uncertainty on your pitch location? Yeah, it's too late. So it could be anywhere in the strike zone. Still got him. That is cool, though. It's like the pulse determines the location of the pitch. Yeah, what's the range? What's the spread on your pitch location, basically? Which is kind of cool, honestly. Perfect. We're pretty good. The problem is you can't really nail the location down, but it's a nice feature actually. Yeah, so you got to press the button. You got based on the input lag, I would argue you have to press the button before the circle closes. Two strikes, dog. Look at that. Try a curve. You got to press the button just as it begins to close, and that seems to be the perfect timing you need. So yeah, input latency matters, but it's like if it's predictable, then you don't have to worry so much about reactive button presses. You know what I mean? This guy's gonna need good pitches. We gotta throw him the good stuff. Not really confident in any of my pitches. That's good. See? So yeah, it's a good mechanic actually. If you're gonna do a QTE, this would be the way to do it. Yeah, it's good too. Should be a strike, depending on where it ends up. I would argue the meter's probably more reliable, but I like the mechanic of not being able to know exactly where the pitch goes. But precise. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. We got it. Okay, like I said, we'll end the video. This is a good game. We'll try one more. We'll do one more inning. It does suck that you're only allowed to play friendlies. You can't like skip innings like that because you could do that in the other games. But maybe in the full game you can skip innings because I like the idea of like just pitching. Like again, the thing I love doing more than anything is doing like a simulated game as a pitcher and just seeing like how well I can control the game. I am astonished by how good the pitching is in this game. The head game you have to play to be a good pitcher in this game. Huge fan of it. And I kind of liked, what MLB what that Bigs game was doing. MLB the Bigs. I played the second game on this channel. I have the PlayStation 3 version back here. The Wii version is decent if you play with the classic controller, but yeah, I still think the PlayStation 3 and the 360 version are the versions you need to play. Massive fan of those games. I need to play more of them. The Bigs is a very good game. It's not this, but it does a very good job of making like a competitive arcadey baseball game. I had a lot of fun playing. I need to play more of it. I played enough of it to kind of get a feel for it. But it does kind of have some of these same mechanics where it's like you're playing this guessing game of what pitch are you going to throw and where are you going to locate it. And if you do well, you get like buffs and debuffs based on how well you psych another player out. If you challenge them and if you throw a pitch where they want it and you beat them, you get a buff on your next series of pitches. And that's the kind of push and pull I love to see in a game that's trying to do video baseball. It's the kind of meta you don't expect in a game like this, but they emphasize it every lot. That's a hit. But I love to see I love to see video game sports. Whoopsie, got it. I love to see video games do stuff like that, like committing to like in golf, committing to the whole. Yeah, you can do backspin, but you can do really sick backspin. And if you add cartoonish amounts of backspin, you can make like really difficult courses, like that kind of thing. You lean into the artificiality of video games by adding mechanics that make no sense in the real sport. Like you can have like in golf, literally stop a ball on a dime. That kind of stuff. Like have like cartoonish levels of drift on your balls when they're in the air, like that kind of thing. Air control, adding air control to a ball. Doing like a ground pound where a ball's hit high that just slams into the ground, like cartoon stuff. But again, you lean into the artificiality to make the game better. Wow, that was somehow a ball. Threw that way outside. Way high. Okay, it's an early release, so I see what they're doing. B. So the fastball is a smaller window, it looks like. But my less confident pitches have larger windows of uncertainty. Got it. That's a single. That's not a double play ball. Okay, one more out. Let's go. No, still no runs. All right, so I guess I will end the video soon. Curveball. Good enough. Right where I wanted it. There you go. That could have been dangerous. I'll take it. So MLB The Show is a good game. You should play it. Unfortunately, you shouldn't play it unless you can get an internet connection because unfortunately, the disc does not contain the entire game. Just the part of the game that, yeah, you can't play the entire game. So I can exit out of this, which is fine. And of course, your pitchers get tired, that kind of thing. So if I confirm the restart, I can't just go back to, there is no main menu. The game doesn't let you play any other way. So that's the problem, is that until you download the rest of the game, you can't play anything beyond this, which is basically just a demo. So it's a very good demo, and I would argue if you found this game for like, $2, I would play this all day. But of course, if you have an internet connection, you can go to the library and kind of steal some bandwidth, then you can play the entire game. Like sports games are interesting because if you buy a sports game that's like 2 or 3, if you buy like a 5, 6-year-old sports game, it's probably still a good game, but the rosters aren't up to date. But these games have like roster. These games let you move players around. Like you can basically create any team you want in games like this. Modern sports games are. I still maintain that modern sports games are the pinnacle of value for dollar. You're spending $2 or $3 and conceivably getting games with hundreds of hours of content if they're good. There will never be a better value for money than buying like Madden NFL 17 for like $1, or buying MLB The Show on the PlayStation 3 for $1. You will never get more value for your money if you're a fan of these games. And I would argue you don't even need to be a sports fan to like games like MLB The Show 23 on the Nintendo Switch. And the fact that games like this are on the Nintendo Switch proves that this console is one of the best consoles of all time. One of the greatest console libraries ever. You have this. I'm going to see if I can get my hands on the NBA 2K games as well, because those are apparently not bad. I'm shocked none of the Madden games came out for this console. Madden NFL 17 would have been amazing, but the later Maddens apparently suck. I played a couple of them. They're a mess. So you wouldn't want to switch port of those. Yeah, it's a shame. But we got this. There's some good racing games on the Switch, obviously. Burnout Paradise Remastered is pretty good. And again, all the open world games you can play that are amazing. The AAA games, if you like Zelda and Mario, those games are apparently pretty good. Metroid Prime Remastered is the definitive version of that game. So the Nintendo Switch, it's if you don't have one, there's no reason not to get one eventually. Maybe that the Switch 2 will probably be too expensive. The library is too ridiculously good. And the fact that MLB The Show is on this console was just another notch in the belt, I guess you could say. It's another feather in the cap of the Nintendo Switch. It's an all-time console. So along with the PlayStation 4, it's definitely one of the best consoles ever made. It's a shame there's no real backwards compatibility on either one of those consoles. But yeah, the library, like the PlayStation 5 is a great console, arguably for that reason, but it's just a more expensive way to play PlayStation 4 games at this point. There's some good stuff on the PS5 that's exclusive, obviously, but the price is just too high for what you get. I would just get a PlayStation 4. But yeah, if you don't have a PlayStation 4, you could play this if you have a Switch. Like if you're one of those people who only has a Switch, your parents only got you a Switch. dozens of fantastic games on the console, and this is going to be one of them. So I'm glad I got a chance to play this. I recorded this with my Plantronics headset. The Vivitar USB dongle is capturing this footage at 60. We'll see it probably the game's probably running at 60. Um the computer recording this is a quad core Celeron 1.1 gigahertz laptop with 4 gigs of RAM in it. I believe it's 1600 MTs RAM speed, megathreads, I think they're called. But yeah, you should buy this game if you have an internet connection, or you can steal some internet bandwidth. I think it's like a 22 gigabyte download. They say 22 gigabyte downloads. If you can get around to that, I would definitely do it. But yeah, if you're buying this game in a store, you need an internet connection to get the full game. But if you don't have access to high speed internet right away, sure, you could kind of hang out, play this friendly against the Phillies and the Astros, and have a reasonably good time. Massive fan of this game. Massive fan of this franchise. I'll download the rest of it later. This cartridge was provided from the Maryland Library System, but yeah, you're going to need a internet connection to play the rest of it. MLB The Show 23 on the Switch.